Hi everyone, here's another trig identity that we want to verify. My end result is here, so I'm going to take my left side of the equation and write it in terms of sine and cosine. And just remember, this is right here is, think about it, 1 over cosine is what we're looking for. So we're going to do this. Now, find your common denominator, and you get cosine times 1 plus sine of theta. And then for the numerator, you look at cosine, and what times cosine gives you your new denominator. You can ask what's missing. Basically, you're just kind of cross multiplying here. So it's going to be sine times this piece, 1 plus sine of theta. Alright? Plus cosine, and what's missing here is cosine. This cosine. Sorry. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and simplify this and distribute here. And we're going to get sine of theta plus sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta. And to save time, I'm just going to write over my LCD. That's my least common denominator. And what we get here is this is 1. So I'm going to write sine of theta plus 1. This is your Pythagorean identity. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1 over, and I'm going to go ahead and write my denominator down now. Now these two are the same. You just flip that around. So you get 1 over cosine theta. Okay? The next one is a little different. We have sine of theta times cosine of theta over cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. And this is supposed to equal tan of theta over 1 minus tan squared of theta. Now this one you could actually work on either side. I'm going to go ahead and keep working on the left side. And what I'm going to do is, looking at my end result here is what I want. I'm just going to take my sine of theta, cosine of theta, and multiply this by 1 over cosine squared of theta. Now we're getting into the harder ones where you really have to look at the end result here. And then I'm going to do also the same with the denominator. I have cosine squared of theta minus sine squared of theta. So I'm going to also multiply it by 1 over cosine squared of theta. Now if you kind of pause the video and analyze what's going on here, we're forcing it to look like this by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same thing. So when we multiply this across, what happens is you're going to get sine over cosine, which is tan. And then when you distribute this, you're going to get 1 minus sine squared over cosine squared, which is also the tan. So we just kind of forced it to look like that. So that's tan of theta over 1 minus tan squared of theta. And it matches, so we verified it. Thank you, and have a nice day. The next set we're going to do involves grouping and the difference of squares. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.